Good morning.
It's morning over here in Toronto, in Oshawa, at our offices. And you might get this later on in the evening or tomorrow, whatever. But we just want to say to you, thank you all for we continue to pray and work together to make the ministry that God has given us bear fruit.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We've not talked since the beginning of 2025, and today is actually the 28th of January. Now, you may be saying, where have you guys been? Well, we've been trotting around the world, and we're back in Canada. And we're so happy to join you today, as Anthony said. And we just want to encourage you to be present in 2025. In spite of everything that's happening around us, be present to where you are and where you're positioned for what God wants to do in you and through you, for you.
I woke up a few days ago and the Lord spoke to my heart clearly. He said, you remind you that you are salt. And we are salt in this world. We are light in the world. And we need to understand that we can't be caught up with everything going on and miss God's intention for us. The light is the light and the salt is the salt. And we're called to preserve, not make a situation, but to preserve. And sometimes it's so difficult to remind ourselves of what our assignment is. But I encourage you today that no matter what you're experiencing, God's going to ask you to fix it, to resolve it, to become salt, a preservative in that situation. You might not even understand what your position is, but God knows. You might think that you're supposed to do more than what you're doing right now, but God is doing something through you because you're the salt in that situation.
Yes.
You're also the light. Now, the light doesn't shine itself on people. It just shows a pathway.
That's right.
And sometimes we want to let people know everything. Instead, just be the light. Just be the light to that situation.
Yes, present yourself as a light in that particular situation that you're standing right now, no matter what it is. Allow His light to shine through you as you're being the light in that situation. You're illuminating the situation.
I want to encourage you today that it is so easy to be caught up with everything else around us that we miss who we really are. And we should pray from who we are. We give thanks from who we are and who God is to us in the situation. Yes. I'm determined to be the light in every situation. I'm determined to be the salt, to preserve. And somehow I believe that maybe we have failed in being the ones that should preserve and be the salt. And so other people bring in their spirits and their attitude and their worldview, and now we are trying to get it back. We want to encourage you today that what God said He will do for you. But He wants to do it through you. Not just to you, but through you. Yes. He wants us to be the light and be the salt.
That's right. So be a conduit.
Be a conduit this time.
Be a conduit and be present to your moment so it can become His moment through you because you preserved and you became light for that person in that situation for the moment. I just want to remind you that, we didn't introduce ourselves. If this is the first time for people, it's Anthony and Cheryl from Faith Fight Fellowship of Ministries. And he did mention that our office is in Oshawa, Oshawa, Ontario. And we're so glad to be back with you again. We started on the 28th of January saying, Happy New Year. And we're saying it again. It really is happy because you're bringing salt and light to where you are. I also want to say to Sarah's Daughters of Faith that we're having a Zoom gathering on February the 8th from 10 to 12. We'll send the information out to you. And ladies, come on in and let us gather encourage one another, and just look ahead, because we are Sarah's Daughters of Faith. You have yourself an awesome day, an awesome week. It's January, and we are excited because we're off to the races.
If this ministers to you and you want to see more, want to encourage you to subscribe to us, just fire off a quick email and say, we appreciate you, we want to see more. Let us know, because encouragement goes a very long way for us.
It sure does.
All right.
Bless you, and see you again soon.